So the way that I would like to start this video is that I will first of all say sorry for missing an episode. I have been too busy with work and stuff outside of work. So I missed an episode upload and I'm sorry for that. I am recording this now, so hopefully it will not happen again in the future. But I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens. And well, also one of the things that why I didn't make an episode was that I didn't really know what to talk about. I was not inspired by anything, unfortunately. So I just ended up being like, I was too tired. It was the weather was terrible. It was dark outside. Lighting it's just everything was just like I can't. So I didn't. But today, I can. I honestly almost didn't start recording because I once again felt a bit like I am not 100% sure of what to talk about, and also I'm not exactly in the mood for it. I don't know if it's just something at the moment or what it is, but I don't spend too much time thinking about this podcast and all the things around it. I am just really busy with my work. I unfortunately don't read that much or listen to audiobooks or go in the water. And it's not like I would like to. It's not that, but I am feeling pretty okay, even though I'm just working. I love my work. It's amazing. I cannot explain why it is. I just love it. So I don't mind. But it's also like, what is it that I want to do with this podcast, and what is it that I actually want with my life? Because I feel pretty good right now. Not that I'm satisfied, but I don't have the need to do something crazy. I am still learning a lot, even though I'm not reading as much. Through my work, I learn a lot all the time, and there are so many things happens each day. It's crazy. So even though the pay is not the best, what I'm learning as human being, skills and traits and things that I'm just keep on developing all day long, it's pretty great. You know, a lot of the things that I've talked about earlier, which I have been inspired by David Goggins. But today, I would like to, as usual, talk about me. Who else? Because I have been inspired by something to talk about. I don't know how long I can talk about it. We'll see. But I think it's pretty interesting because I have, through some of the recent episodes, talked about how I waver sometimes and like don't feel really good. I mean, and honestly, that's just part of human nature, I guess. But the the screen is really weird. I can see that. I have a new setup, so I can see more compared to what I can see before, and I can see that it's very weird. I need to upgrade my setup with lighting and new hardware and software, and yeah, that's for another time. Not at the moment. But I was at a you could say Christmas party, I think you can call it in English, with my work. Last Saturday, it's Friday today, so almost a week ago. And it was fun. I really enjoyed it. It was not like everything was perfect, but even so, I still have had a very good time and a very good evening. And I think that was because the people that I work with and that are in my district, as it's called, is just very nice people. Um, and wondered, I have wondered if it's just me that has improved as a human being and are better and can better connect with other people, or if it's just in the fitness industry or fitness community culture, what you want to call it, that there are just a lot of really good people who enjoy being together with other people and working out and just being good to themselves, which I resonate very well with. I don't know if that's it, or it might be a combination of both, but it's just pretty cool. And of course, pretty girls. There were a girl who was, uh, yeah, she was pretty. She was, and she was interested in me. As what I believe. I believe that she was interested in me with the signs that she showed. And I just, yeah, but nothing happened. Maybe I just should say that nothing happened. And I wrote to her afterwards, and she didn't respond afterwards. And that made me wonder. Okay, so for the last month, almost for the last month, let's just say it, for the last month, there's been at least 2 occasions where I have been talking to girls, to pretty girls who I thought was interesting, and I got the idea, or maybe vibes, I don't know what to say, that they were interested in me as well. And nothing happened. And I'm like, why does this keep happening to me? That nothing happens. And I came to the answer, or I have listened a little to audiobook. I remember now. Or maybe it's not an audiobook, it's more like an audio course on Audible from Brenda Brown, I believe her name is, which is kind of a 6-hour, 6-session course, 1 hour each, about 3 of her first books, I believe. I cannot remember what's they called. I have not delved much into Brenda Brown, but I would like to after I've listened to the first session, because what she talks about, that all of the people that she have interviewed, she does qualitative research where she interviews a lot of people, and she has been spoken with a lot of people. And what she told about is that people who are loving and wholesome, I think that was, or lovable, might also be what she called it, something like that. People that are just feeling good and are feeling well and whole and all those kind of things. The thing that they have in common compared to people who don't feel well or wholesome and all those good things was that they have a feeling of being lovable and likable. And I was like, that hits the spot. I don't feel lovable and likable, as I've talked about in earlier episodes. And that is why whenever I try with some girls, nothing happens. Because deep down in myself, I don't have the confidence to take the action necessary towards something happening. And then I also yesterday I was in YouTube, which I haven't been for a very long time, only because at my tablet a notification came up. Usually no notifications come up. I don't know why it did, but it was from Chris Williamson's podcast Modern Wisdom. At the episode, I think it's pretty recent episode, where he talked with Mike Israetel, I believe his name is called. And I saw a short, and it was not the one that I was talking about, and then I watched a video about them working out. I think I was like 10 minutes, because I was like, I don't have time for this, but I did. And then I just ended up watching a short about Mike Israetel talking about what is attractive to women. And he was like, okay, you can be fun, you can be humorous, you can be intelligent, you can be nice, open, and all these things, but it doesn't matter unless, and this is what he called it, unless that you have a deep manifestation of status. And he translated that to having balls, to being confident in yourself. And again, I was like, that's what I'm missing. I don't have a deep manifestation of status. And after I heard it, I was like, I want that. How do I get that? So what I have tried since, and it was like yesterday, so it's not that long. It's not even 24 hours since. But since then, I have been thinking about what or how I can feel about myself to have this deep manifestation of status. And the way I see it is that you can walk around in the world, like anywhere, everywhere, with just, being confident in being yourself, and do what you want to do without wondering about what other people think of you. And I am trying to cultivate that in my life and in my behavior, but it is difficult because it is not very, what you say, it's far from how I usually behave, which is not very good because I really want to behave like that, but I guess it's practice that I have to practice. I mean, I am capable of doing it around people that I don't, you could say, care about. When I'm around people that's just doing their own thing, I'm doing my thing, whatever. But when I talk to people, when I start liking people, or actually just when I start talking to people, I become too polite in my words. Be more in the sense of the nice guy, which I've talked about earlier as well, the nice guy syndrome. Sorry. And I would like to not be there. I would like to have that deep manifestation of status to, of course, to be more successful with girls. who doesn't want to be that? And also because I believe that I will feel better in my life, and also maybe just, be more successful in life, if you could say that, with having a deep manifestation of status. And I honestly think this video is going to be titled Deep Manifestation of Status. That would be pretty fun, even though it will get no views. But it's not important at the moment. What's important at the moment is consistency and practice to what I want to do, And again, what I want to do. Oh, I need to yawn. Sorry. What I want to do is always questionable, I have found out. Because I think I said this before, that back in the days, or not that long ago, years ago, I think, I was a lot focused on the future, about what I would be doing in 10 years and what I would spend the rest of my life on. But it's kind of shifted at some point. I'm not sure when, that I'm more just living in the moment, or at least living from week to week, trying to plan out my days so I get the things that I need to do done, and as much done as possible. And usually I have no space left for the things that I would do when I just have time, because I rarely just have time. And I don't know why it's that, because I'm pretty time efficient. I think it's because I prioritize talking more with people in the gym, my colleagues, members, people that I've started to talk a lot with. And of course, just working out, eating all the time, and preparing food, being healthy, being a good guy, doing all the things that I should do, which I don't mind. I like doing the things I should do, but I also would like to do the things I want to do, which is reading, learning new stuff. I mean, I'm learning new stuff, but I need to yawn again, sorry. I have been so tired this week after going to the Christmas party and working 10 days straight. I had not slept very well, so I have thankfully 3 days off. Well, I'm just gonna relax, and I'm gonna work on this episode so I can upload it, get some content up, because I haven't gotten anything up in like 2 weeks, which is not good. And I will spend time with my family and also talk with them, of course, and reading a book here and there, listening to an audiobook here and there, I guess. What I have is that I've been listening to a lot of music, and I've started to enjoy more. I mean, I did enjoy motivational and rap music before, but I've started to enjoy more now, and would like to explore more of it, because it's pretty good. And I'm in a period where I want to keep a bit more distance to the soft stuff, because that's not what I need at the moment. I don't really want to listen to it. Oh my god, I'm so sorry about this yawning. It's as I said, it's not like I'm in the best mood for this, but it's now I have time for it. Actually, I don't have much time for it, I can see. So it's gonna be, I would say it's going to be a shorter episode today. And the funny thing is that I have heard from many of my colleagues, remember to take care of yourself. And it's not like I don't feel bad. I mean, sometimes in the evening, as you have heard, I feel bad, because I am so tired and exhausted. And then it's really hard to keep shit together when you're tired and exhausted. I think everybody has, or have, I don't know what to say that, experienced that at some point because it's very common. I'm smacking. I always do that. Still a bad habit of mine. And I'm gonna yawn again. Just so you're warned this time. I think that was the 4th time in like 5 minutes. But I really like working so hard. 3 days ago, when it was Tuesday, I worked for 12 hours from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. And I had 1 hour in between because I had to go from the gym I usually work at to another gym. And it was fantastic day. It was such a good day. It's unbelievable. Even though I worked so much and I didn't sleep because I was so sped up after all that work. But it was just an amazing day. It was such a good day. It was incredible. And I am so surprised, but I also said to myself, this is going to be a really good day. I knew it beforehand in the morning. I knew it. This is going to be a really good day. And it was just amazing. And yesterday, I was so tired that I just lay down on my floor after I had been into a shower after work, and I just fell asleep for like, I think, I'm not sure how long it has been, but I think it was like 45 minutes. And I don't know if I said this before, but I never take naps. I never take naps, and I never have taken naps. I don't know why. I just don't feel like it. But I was so tired that I just lay down and fell asleep. And that was you could say, I don't know what to say. That made it clear for me that I am tired and exhausted and I need to relax to get my energies up. But the funny thing is, I'm not working today and I'm already feeling more refreshed, even though I'm sitting here looking like shit, feeling extremely tired. But I'm feeling better already after just not working for 1 day. Even though I have worked out, of course, exercised, you have to. And I've started, I mean, I could talk about so many things. I will just talk about many things. Today, I decided that I am doing double scoop of creatine, so I'm getting between 5 and 6 grams of creatine instead of the 3 that's in my scoop, because the guy that I work out with sometimes, he was like, yeah, man, you need to double scoop. And I Googled it, and there was no, I mean, you can become bloated if you get too much creatine, and if you get too much, the excess will just be, I don't know, you will just pee it out, the excessive creatine. And they recommend from 3 to 5 grams per day of creatine. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to double scoop. It's going to be between 5 to 6 grams. That's okay. And let's see how my stomach is going to be. And I'm just going to try that, see how it goes. And then I also decided to increase my range of reps from 6 to 8 to 10 to 12 and lower the weight that I weighed out at, that the weight that I do sets with, I should say. Because I spoke to a guy yesterday as well, who has been working out for like 20 years. And I told him about all the accessories that I've bought. I mean, wrist straps, wristbands, straps, knee sleeves, and a belt to help stabilize my lifting and not compromise my joints as much, my knees and my wrists. And he was like, well, if your joints are hurting, then you have increased your weight too much, too fast. And he's right. Since I started working out, it's actually Wow. It's 6 months ago. Today, exactly, the 13th of December. I started the 13th of June. It's 6 months today. I haven't even realized. Wow. Um, for example, I started doing dumbbell bench press with 12 kilograms in each hand. And now I do it with 30 kilos in each hand, which is more than twice as much in 6 months. And I think that's pretty incredible increase. But it is a very big increase in a short amount of time. And he said that when you do that, your joints cannot follow that increase in weight so much. So what I'm going to do instead is that I am going to increase my rep ranges, and go down in weight again, so that I still can hopefully grow more muscle and becoming stronger, and giving my joints a more easier time, so they can come up and not hurt as much as they do. And also, I talked with him, and he was just, and I have heard that from a lot of, or more of the guys who have been working out for many years, saying that when you lift lighter, there are less injuries and also lesser risk for injury, because you can have greater form, more control, more stability, and you will still grow muscle and you will still become strong, instead of lifting heavy, where there's more risk of injury, because it is heavy and it takes a bigger toll on the body. It stresses the body and the nervous system more. I read this yesterday, because it is a heavy load. And I'm like, but when you do lighter weight, you just do it for more. Doesn't that also stress? That wasn't answered. That was just my speculations. But I'm going to try this and see how this goes. I have, been working out in the ranges of 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps per set for 6 months. And now I'm going to try still 3 sets, but with a rep range of 10 to 12 reps, and see how that goes. And luckily, I have a level of strength right now that I don't feel embarrassed going down in weight. Also because I have gotten more respect for doing more reps with a respectable weight. So I guess I've just grown in my gym or training, I don't know what, tolerance or experience, knowledge as well. And I'm not say I would expect it, but I mean, I do work in a gym where I am around gym bros all the time. So I just hope it pays off, and I think it will. I spoke with the guy I work out with yesterday, and he does two plates, can call it. He does 100 kilos in bench press for reps, and I was like, man, I just want that. I want that so bad. And he was like, man, if you keep working as you do, you will get there. Don't you worry, you will. And I was like, oh sure, and yeah, you will. So I guess it just takes time, and you have to be patient and just keep on working, just like with everything else, which I'm gonna do. And sorry for just talking about my gym stuff. That's what I spend a lot of time with as well. I spend a lot of time working out and thinking about how I can do it better, not hurting myself so much, as now that I also have a physical job with cleaning a lot. I mean, I walk around 15,000 steps a day, sometimes more, usually more, very few times less. And also bike a lot back and forth here in Copenhagen, the capital of biking. And also, and then I work out 6 times a week to increase muscle mass, which is increasing slowly. The weight is not increasing anymore it did the first like 3 to 4 months. Then I started this job, and then it didn't increase anymore. But I'm still getting stronger, which is weird. I'm still getting bigger, but the weight is not increasing. I mean, my body weight is not increasing. I don't know. I try to eat as much as I can. I hope it has increased. I'm gonna weigh it this weekend to see if it has increased. So the status quo of this episode is that I will try to have this manifestation of status. I believe it was called. Where is my note? It's over there. Of course. Deep manifestation of status. Because I can see that there's no reason for me not to, because I am awesome. Not to brag, but in some way it is bragging, I guess, that I am awesome with how disciplined I am, all the things that I do. And the only reason that I'm not as awesome as I should be is because I don't think that I am awesome. If I had confidence and thought that I was awesome, I would be unstoppable. Man. And I will get there at some point. I just need to figure out how. How can I get to a deep manifestation of status and confidence? And I guess it's just a place of mind. As David Goggins always says, I say this a lot, life is a mind game. Life is a mind game. So my mind game is that I need to have the confidence that I actually deserve having. Because I don't have it. But I want to have it. And there's no reason for me not to have it. Because I am awesome. Sorry for bragging. And that was just my nice guy. I should not apologize for liking myself. And saying that I'm awesome. Because I am awesome. New mantra, I am awesome. I am cool. Now, I think it was in one of Jay-Z's songs. I've started listening to Jay-Z, and I would like to listen more to Jay-Z because that's some great songs. But it's, of course, 99 Problems. Amazing song. And one of the things that one of the lyrics is that I cannot remember it word to word, but it's something like, so you don't play my hits in the radio? Well, I don't give a shit though. And that's the mentality that I need to have. That nobody, I mean, it's not like nobody listens to this, but few people listen to this. And I just do a lot of work. And so what? So what if you don't give a shit about what I do? I don't care. I do what I do. And if you don't give a shit, fast forward. That was he said. If you don't like the lyrics, fast forward. And that's just the level of confidence in that. I'm so inspired by that. And I really want to have that. And I think that listening to music with confident lyrics helps. So I'm just going to keep doing that. And now I'm going to end the episode. Because I don't have anything else to tell you at the moment. As I said, status quo, more confidence. Listening to some books, reading some books. Hopefully have time for that. Less work in the upcoming period when it's going to be Christmas and that kind of stuff. So there should be more time for this and to be inspired by some books and also, I mean, just events in life. So yeah, that's the status at the moment. let's see what happens next episode. That's always interesting. I believe so, at least. And until then, have a good weekend.